Right.
We're live and we're live.
Are you doing the reshare?
Do you know what? My phone's in the other room.
Oh my gosh, you really are doing the most with your headscarf. You ain't.
I really are. And it's I think I've got a little pin at the back because it's going to drop off my head midway.
Oh no, listen, I had to put a pin here. You know, there's like one piece of the back that's like this. You know that one
disrespectful piece that won't get in line, won't go in formation.
No, I'm like get. So I had to like pin it. One piece of afro, and you know, like the bobby pin doesn't work because the bobby pin went.
No, the bobby pin will just come.
Hair grip.
No, your hair color is live though, Shireen. You went in. Did you go to a professional to do it?
I went to a barber. Guess how much it cost me to do, Abby? Guess how much? £35.
So I'm saying, because the barber shaved my hair off and it was £20. And I'm telling you, all of this box braids, all of these afro kinky twists, all of these bantu knots, I don't have the monies. Yeah.
No, listen, people think I got time. Let me just tell you one thing, because I know we're going to talk about hair next week. But when I used to get my hair keratin straightened, if I tell you the piece of £200 I used to drop, look at you, like, you too much.
I'm telling you, I was like, in homage to Chadwick, Black Panther, and the plight of black people around the world, I'm coming in. As I said, I was trying to look for something more African. But let me not do the most.
I got nothing.
I was just like, should I even? I was like, is Shireen gonna be like, Abs, you're doing the most if I just start speaking Yoruba for the first 5 minutes?
Right.
I was gonna have the jollof rice and the plantain ready and everything, but then I was like, you're doing the most.
Abby, you think I'm not doing the most today? You think I'm not doing the most today?
I love it. Do the most.
Do the most.
My internet better behave itself because I'm like, this is not the one. Do not be silly today.
Right, thank you, Mikhail. I don't know where Leanne is. She's in Italy.
Yeah,
we don't know where she is. Yeah,
I think she's in the mountains somewhere. She's in the mountains, and she's probably struggling to get online. But Abby's gone back. Sweet mother, I know they forget you. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Listen, Abby, you look gorgeous.
I love Liz. Oh, thank you. We've missed you as well, Lucy.
Love it. Listen, we've missed everybody. Right, Abby, you better stabilize your internet connection because anyhow you leave me on my own because we've got no Leanne.
I will not. Hold on 1 second. Let me tether off my phone. I'm going to tether off my phone. So it might connect. It might disconnect for like a split second.
Okay.
But it will.
Okay, I'm going to play some more music just to get everybody into the, into the groove. I'll play more music. Oh, Leanne is half here. Leanne?
Yes?
I'm just going to give you a little 2 minutes of cussing, right? 2 o'clock is the live stream. 2 o'clock.
Listen. I have literally, my computer died on me, like dead, me gone, dead. I've got the best fire connection. I've got fiberglass connection, everything. My computer died. I've done a reboot. And I'm like, Shireen's going to kill me. It never takes me this long to log in. It never takes me this long to log in. I'm going to get cussed out. I'm going to get cussed out.
Everybody's like, where's Leanne? Me and Abby are like,
we don't know. But like this.
Right. Abby's happy. Oh, look, that's gorgeous.
Abby.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Who?
You.
Do what again?
Right.
What? You can't hear me?
We can't hear you, Abby.
Oh, can
can I hear you now?
you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Kick off, Abby. She does.
Yeah.
She's like an African queen.
I can't believe my internet's messing up, knowing how much I need this session. It just needs to behave itself, because I'm going to drop kick someone at Booty's head office.
Shireen is going to have an apoplectic between me dialing in late and you don't have no internet. Right, listen.
It's going to be me playing tunes, basically. It's going to be me playing tunes.
Honestly. All right, everyone's cool now.
Everyone's cool now. Say it again. Say it again, because look how she's living good life. You know, I'm whatever.
Yeah,
she's so bougie.
Right. So,
all right, Abby, kick us off. Kick us off.
Hello, everyone. We've missed you too. It's been. I know. It's just. Oh, I love you all. So we wanted to, obviously with the recent passing of Chadwick T'Challa Boseman, we wanted to really talk about his impact, not just his impact, but Black Panther and ATAL, what it's done for not just Black people, but what it's done for cinema, but what it's done for hope around the world. And I really wanted to start off by, I'm actually going to read what I put on my LinkedIn. So I know some of you might have read it already, but I said, for those who are thinking it's sad, but he's just another actor, he's not just another actor. The fact of the matter is, many Black people thought we'd never see a Black superhero star in a film with a predominantly all Black cast and then go on to pass the $1 billion mark. Because we're told we're undesirable, we're told we're not profitable, we're told that no one will understand our narratives and our stories. And I said that representation is key, but more than that, representation is hope. And the hope that millions of Black children saw when they watched Black Panther, and even me as an adult, when I watched Black Panther, and they saw people who looked like them doing good things and being the heroes rather than the villains. The hope that Chadwick and the Black Panther cast, brought many Black people and people of color across the globe is one we had never seen before. And if I'm really honest, we might never see again. If you haven't, I said, you need to think about the impact of what that meant, to a lot of people. Don't know if you know this about me, but my degree is in film. And I remember the reason why I went to go and do a film degree was, number one, I love film, but also is because I didn't see, yes, we can go back to the 70s and think about Pam Grier, think about Richard Roundtree. Yes, we had the Blaxploitation, we had that part of cinema. But, you go back and look at those films and they weren't very celebratory. Do you know what I mean? They adhere to all the stereotypes, that society had placed on our shoulders. And to not only to not only have that kind of impact, but also for people, I've never in my life, I have, but I think probably the fact that the statement released by his family of his passing was the most liked tweet on Twitter, it tells you something. It tells you something. And this whole year, yes, throw the whole damn year away, but this whole year, yes, it's been really, it's been a trying year for everyone, and regardless of your race, your religion, your whatever. But from Kobe's death in January to impact of COVID on Black communities, to George Floyd in May, to Breonna Taylor, to Jacob Blake getting being shot seven times in the back, to the passing of Chadwick Boseman. We haven't even had time to stop and take it all in. It's just been one thing after another. What makes him a superhero is the fact that he managed to deliver Black Panther, his character in The Five Bloods, his character in 21 Bridges, you know, he played Thurgood Marshall in Marshall. He managed to throw all these things out in between going to chemotherapy. He managed to go to Make-A-Wish Foundation, go into the cancer ward and chill with cancer patients, knowing that he was fighting his own battle. And for me, who I am a film fan and I am a Marvel fan, I watched the unveiling of Marvel, the Phase 4 of the next films that are coming.
Yes.
And I remember him when you know, his fans, you know, everyone's saying, "Oh my God, Black Panther 2," and the fact that he was able, with a straight face, sitting on that stage and say to millions of, if not billions of fans around the world, that don't worry, we've got you for 2022 for Black Panther 2, knowing he would not be alive to see it, but knowing that for him, the greater good of his fans and bringing them that hope, bringing them that happiness was bigger than his own suffering. That for me is what you call a superhero.
Yeah.
Go, Liam, go.
No, I was just going to say, like, everyone already ran me about not having seen Black Panther. So, like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. But
Listen.
be that as it may. Wait. Before I get anybody to start cutting me in the comments, hold your fire. To your point, Abby, it is really about that. It's about a bigger story. It is about, look at Sharice, she's like, I'm coming to cuss you. You can cuss me in a second. But it is about a bigger story. It's about how we are represented also. You know, it's about the fact that it's not like the first representation in film, The Birth of a Nation, was a white man in blackface personifying a black man as being a half monkey type rapist coming to rape white women. So that in a space of, 100 years, we can come to the point where not only is the black character the main star, but as you said, it's a cast, but we are as multifaceted in the representation of us on the screen as we are in real life, as other characters are in other films, is huge.
And I guess the thing for me that and this is what I love, because we've got like so many different angles of talking about this whole thing about representation, is I think the thing that has awoken for me in like the last 6 months is how many stories of full people who do not fit the majority or do not fit the mainstream just aren't told, right? So they're not told. We don't see them written down and then shared in a wider thing. We don't switch on the television and see their stories represented. We don't watch films. We don't go to the cinema and see their stories represented there. And then particularly for Black people is this whole thing about, if people are not shown different facets of who we are, and I don't mean right down to like our individual nitty gritty, but like who we are as a people, that we're not just people who march, we're not just angry people, we are creative, we are all of these things that we know. But if people don't see that manifesting itself in lots of different avenues, but particularly in film, particularly on television, what we're also saying is it's okay for us to be here, but we can never be on the screen. We're not good enough to be on the screen. Or if we are good enough to be on the screen, there's only one black face, one and done. One black face only.
Who gets killed off?
Right.
Listen, you have one black face. You have a mainstream film and there's one black character. You have a horror film, there's one black character that always get killed first. Why is that? Why is that?
What did they call Samuel L. Jackson? The highest paid crackhead, because it seems like in 50% of his films he's always playing a crackhead. Like, I'd be laughing, but it's true. It's like, why?
Is it?
Yeah,
is that true?
Yeah, no, it's true. Because he's played crackheads in so many of his films. Even his, starting out was like he was always in that druggy role.
Yeah, that is true.
That druggy kind of thing. And it's like, okay, but at a certain point, let's change that. Let's change that narrative. Let's change what we have to say. And going to your other point, Abby, it's also for the fact that there's no dirt on him. And not saying that anybody's perfect, but he was so completely graceful in everything that he did. It took it to another level as well.
And when we're talking about him being graceful, the fact of the matter is that Marvel or Disney, they didn't actually even want to put African accents in Black Panther.
No, because they said, we don't think, what did they say? We don't think the world might be ready, but we're not sure. We're going to take a punt on having a black not only a black character, but the whole black universe, right, represented, right? But we think it's a step too far to have a black accent. Like,
And he
you know
came
what
back,
I say that, you know, like
absolutely, yeah. And he came back and said,
not
he
from
came back and said, throw the whole movie away. If you're not going to put African accents based in Wakanda, you're going to have American accents. Yes, we know Wakanda is fictional, but if you're talking about, you know.
But hold on, what language do they speak in Star Wars or Star Trek? Sorry, whoever's going to cuss me about Tron or Trin or whatever language that they use.
What is it? What do they speak?
What are we talking about? In Black Panther?
Star Wars. No, Star
what
Wars.
I'm saying, they didn't want to use African accents in Black Panther, but when you have something like Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever the stars it is, they've got their own language with accents. So what would
created language. So that's all right.
Exactly. But right. It's the fact that, sorry, I know this isn't this is a little bit off pace, but yeah, just taking me to somewhere. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter. This Karen / Becky, Karen Becky is what I'm going to call her. She wanted to boycott Argos because Argos had an all-black family. I think they in their new advert, and then people were like, "Hold on a second."
Yes, on their ad. Yes, I saw that.
So, and people were just like, hold on a second. When you had, they were featuring blue aliens a few years ago. Remember the Argos advert with all the blue aliens in the blue alien family? Where was the outrage when there was a blue alien family? But now you've got an outrage because there's a black family, like real human beings. And it's just, again, you know what I mean? It's like people show their anti-blackness or racism, whatever, they show it in so many different ways. And it's the fact that, what I really, truly hope that he looks down and sees the legacy that he has left behind, And for the first, I don't want to sound cheesy. I really don't want to sound cheesy, but when you do feel like a light has gone, do you know what I mean? You do feel like that's how I felt. And it was a little bit different for me. I'm not really a sports fan, but I understood the impact of what Kobe Bryant did for the sports world. I understand. I got it. I absolutely understood. With Chadwick, it was very different for me because I actually saw him at Comic-Con. I went to the premiere of Black Panther because I thought I'd never witnessed something like this. I just thought we wouldn't be alive to see the greatness and see it in the magnitude and watch the ripple effect. Knowing how anti-black China is, seeing the fact that they were walking the red carpet in China as an all-black cast, pretty much. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Well, all I'm going to say is, look, because Abby, in the nicest way possible, this is not the Abby monologue, right? See how I love my sisters dearly, but I can also cuss them. With the Abby, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to play
time.
I'm going to play a little tune, but I want to come back. So the thing I want to talk about in a seriousness, there's a couple of comments I just want to pull up. So I just want to rewind a little piece and pull up these comments. But I just want to talk about the Black Panther, not getting into like the thing, but like when it was shown, I want to take everyone back to where they were when you decided to go and watch the film and what that meant. Because I remember like when I took my oldest daughter to go and see that, and what it meant when we were sat in the cinema and just seeing like all of this blackness just unfold. So I want to just talk about the power of that moment, which is about Chadwick, but goes back to this point about representation and seeing people who look like you in such, in glorious technicolor. Do you know what I mean? In every shape. So I want to come back to that. But first off, because you know what, we ain't here for partying. I'm gonna play a little tune. I'm doing the most today. I am really doing the most today.
Look at me.
Making all that on me tonight. Going up your busy body, giving me life, oh, hey, life, hey. Why you do me like Joanna, Joanna? Why you do me like Joanna, Joanna? Why you gonna do me like Joanna, Joanna? Hey, Joanna, Joanna. like Joe Baho, Joe Baho? How you gonna do me like Joe Baho, Joe Baho? Oh, DJ Joe Baho, Joe Baho. Yeah, DJ Joe Baho, Joe Baho. Joanna, your busy body, busy tonight. Joanna, making all the dummy tonight. Joanna, your busy body, giving me life, oh, hey, life, hey. How you do me like Joanna, Joanna? How you do me like Joanna, Joanna? How you gonna do me like Joanna, Joanna? Hey, Joanna.
Tune.
It's nice. I love it. But I feel
You're
like
taking it to Africa. Shireen's in taking it to Africa today.
What, you think like I ain't got nothing to come on today?
I can't hear. Sorry, I think there's a delay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Angela, you're killing me.
All the days. My internet's been good all day. Wow. Angela, 2 rounds of meat, you know.
You know what I mean? Angela is not even playing. She's never playing.
Good.
Do you know what? I take the jollof rice. That's the only really. Do I eat anything like jollof rice? That's the only thing that I eat, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, okay. I'll make you. I owe you. I feel like I owe you both some cooking. You know.
I think you do.
I think you do.
I think you do. But like, don't give me like, because I don't even eat like cow foot and oxtail in Jamaica. So don't be giving me
I don't.
No, don't know.
What about
Hold on. Wait, you guys want to give back my black card and you don't eat no oxtail and cow foot? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Anything feet.
I like oxtail.
I don't want no feet, no foot. I don't want none of that. No name.
What's wrong with you?
No, I don't know.
I love oxtail. I love oxtail.
No. And no cow foot. Oh my God, no cow foot, please.
Oh yeah, man.
Right, anyway, back to the subject at hand. House party. It's so delayed. This is like a hot mess today. Jesus Christ.
I know.
Right.
I don't know who's talking. I don't know who's talking when. Like I don't even like. All I can see is just the red image of your hair. I actually can't see your face, Shireen. And Leanne, all I can see is Shireen's like. All I can see is like Leanne's got a white top on, and everything's just so muzzled. So I don't know what's going on.
Listen. Someone's just started drilling outside, so I can't even tell you girls what about. Now, listen, I'm shouting over drilling out here in the countryside where it's just meant to be cows mooing and the hills singing.
This is what happens when you're living your bougie life. This is what happens when you're living your bougie life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because some of us are sitting here in Kennington, South London. Yeah, mind our own business.
Right, can we talk? So can we? Leanne, you're excluded from this little moment because you didn't have the moment. Can we just take ourselves back and just remember? I know you what you did the most when you went to go and watch Black Panther. Abby came in full ceremony.
I had to shop for my people. I cannot just come and rock up and not just be doing anything anyhow. I have to come with my accents. I have to come with wearing the right thing. I have to wrap my head. I have to wear the right sandal. Hey.
And the thing is as well, I went going, I really want to be Nigerian today or Ghanaian. Or because like all the people for the West Indies were a bit like, what have we got? You know what I mean? Like seriously, what, Leanne? What have we got? What have we got?
Nothing.
I remember thing in Jamaica. Nobody. Why are they not going to Kingston? Why are they not going to the Grill? Why are they not going to? Nobody is going. One. Why are they not going?
Let me tell you, I remember walking, my mum conked my head. My mum still conks my head, yeah? So I walked up to the ticket attendant, because, we all pre-booked our tickets. And imagine I went up and I started speaking that, you know, Lagos girl. I started speaking really deep English, you know, the kind of English that comes out when I'm pissed. But I was like, and my mum was like, "Why are you doing the most, man? Why?" My mum's like, "We're not even with her. She's come here on her own. We're not with her." And then, you know, I was saying like, thank you is Oshe or Eshe, depending on the age of the person you're speaking to. I was saying things like Eshe, saying thank you in my language, and I was like, I was even, can I have a drink? My mum said, they don't understand you. They don't understand you. I was like, what? I thought we were going back to our roots, all the way to our roots. My mum left me, you know, she went to go and find her seat and left me there standing.
Shame,
when I tell you I was doing the most, I was wrapping stuff around me. I was doing the absolute, I was so happy. And it was just amazing to look around. And you know, there's loads of Caribbean people as well. They came, I saw someone in a whole Jamaican flag.
Abby, so we brought out, somebody said here, look, Sandra, yes, right, this is what we brought out.
Go to Angela, please. And we got Buju.
Angela, don't cut it. You know what I mean? Jamaican, don't cut it.
What
Buju? I was like Buju Banton,
Buju Banton, the singer.
I was getting all of the 5 kente cloths that I have and trying to see if I could like sew them together and then make a little, you know, so I could just like come and represent. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I saw so many dashikis in the same place in my life. I was looking at, I remember this white family, actually, really, really beautiful family, and they rocked up in their dashikis, and I was like, yes, sir. I was like, my people, oh, my people, hey.
Abby, yeah. Even me, I went in and I said to my daughter, I was like, I bet you go get me the popcorn from the man over there. She was like, Mom, what? She's like, Mom, what is that? Mom, why are you talking like that? And I was like, she was like, Mom, you're so embarrassing. I know, like I did. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did. I took whatever culture I could find from Africa that day.
This culture missing.
Like, I'm sorry.
What in the culture
good enough? We weren't good enough. Yeah.
Listen, we should have
talked about. Forget Adele in her flag. Forget Adele with the Jamaican bra top. Do you know what I mean? That was me with like my little, like this one. God, I needed it. I'm getting cussed now. Look, I'm getting cussed. Abby's so shocked. She's frozen.
I'm still here.
I'm getting cussed. I am getting cussed. Look, what people have to understand is it was from love. It was from love. It was from love.
Listen. Don't start with it was from love.
It was from love. You disappeared. Look how I'm getting cussed. Look how I'm getting cussed.
Wow, what did you say? Oh, when you embarrassed your sister, when you embarrassed your daughter. What in the cultural misappropriation was going on, Shireen? Yeah. What was going on?
I told her cultural misappropriation 101. She needs to school herself.
I'm sorry.
Do you know the ones where I was looking at some images and some people were rocking up with, you know, the big palm leaves. Some people were coming in with the palm leaves and they were wearing like the palm, those big palm leaves. Yeah, the big ones. Yeah. Some people were rocking up to the showings with palm leaves and wearing like Jesus sandals. And you know, we were just like, it's too much, man. It's too much. I mean, I said let's go back home, but I'm not saying let's go all the way back to the ancestral home. Do you know what I mean? We're like, it's just, you know. Some people are coming with their beads. Some people had like, you know, those big beads that you wear. It was actually really beautiful.
It had everything.
It was beautiful.
It was.
Not about the experience, just about one of the points that you both made, just about Black bankability. It definitely defied what everybody said about the Black pound being, you know, ignored. And to that same point, it's not the same, but it was that article in Forbes that said about Tyler Perry being the first billionaire because he produced films and theatre for the ignored Black contingent. And it goes to show that when we turn up in film, when we are represented, we will go out, we will spend money, we will support.
Leanne, let's go one further than that. It's when we unite.
Yes.
When we unite.
Hold on, somebody said that here. Let me just after I've been cost, because you know, like people, I think people are still costing me.
Angela said that, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't even see.
Okay, Angela, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even see that, but yeah, exactly. When we are united,
you know, all joking aside, it was like, you know, it's like that whole thing about this is what and also, was there not a part of you that was like, imagine if this was the world? And I don't mean imagine like the world was all black people. So somebody comes to me and goes, oh my gosh, Shereen, you're racist. That's not what I mean. Imagine, because you know, like people take it literally when I go like,
imagine that world.
No, but what I meant was, imagine that we live in a space where we can all come together. And this is not just, this was about, you know, white people coming to watch Black Panther, people in other countries, other nationalities, it getting translated, and everybody coming together and just showing love, but also knowing that as Black people, we are depicted as the strong ones, the ones who can help, the ones who can come to the rescue, the ones the ones that are homeless on the street, or that are running from the police, or that are, you know, it was just, and it was magical for all of those reasons, including the cultural appropriation with love. But you know, it was magical.
And one of the most beautiful things that I saw was when I went to Comic-Con, was there must have been about 5 years old, but there was a little black boy, a little white boy, and they were both in Black Panther outfits.
Yeah, somebody did that. Somebody said I did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who was
I'm not even reading. You know what? It's because I'm on the private chat, so I'm not looking at the comments.
No, yeah, I don't know who this is. Sorry.
But also, you know, when looking at the little white boy in a full Black Panther outfit, I was like, this is so cool. But you know, it's the fact that he was just like, even yes, he would have looked at him, of course, as a black man, but he's like, I could be a Black Panther too, even as a white person. It doesn't matter. And I thought that was, and I'm like, this is what we're saying.
Right. This is that is like case point, because what we're, if we take it to children, but to others, what we're showing is you can absolutely idolize a Black character in a film. You don't have to be scared of a Black, you know, all of these things, the fact that it didn't even cross them, in the same way that people will put on Spider-Man outfits, and the same way that you know, they will do all these things. You can also adopt the costume of a Black character and feel like you are ready to take over the world. Like, that's amazing.
Exactly. Which is why I don't know if this is a bit intertwined, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that was the very first film where they depicted a Black Spider-Man, and I think it's the most. I think it's the
highest grossing.
Yeah, I think it's the. I was trying to think of between that one and Tobey Maguire, but I think it is the highest grossing one. And again, you know, watching, you know, white people put on now. But you know, now it's just like, because Spider-Man doesn't have to be. Obviously, Black Panther is synonymous with being black, you know. But Spider-Man, you know, Spider-Man, Batman, whatever. You know what I mean? All these mans or whatever, Superman, they can be of any race, of any ethnicity. And I thought,
I wanted to say, it also goes to show, in terms of, sorry about the drilling or whatever it is, but it also goes to show that fictional characters, as you said, don't have to be white. But it also shows that when people are creating over the Little Mermaid going to be a Black,
oh my gosh,
and it not being that, excuse me, there's 2 points. There's one, there's enough people who will go out there and watch it. We've seen that from Black Panther in terms of Black people not being bankable, foolishness. But secondarily, as you said, if Spider-Man can be Black, why does it matter? And it's all about going back to this part about that we should be represented. If I feel like I want to be a princess, then I should at least be able to look around in Disney and see not just one Black princess.
Oh, well, yeah, you've taken it there. Actually, I will say, on that note, one of the reasons why, if you think, if you've seen The Princess and the Frog.
Yep.
Yes, that's what, yes. The same year that Tiana was born. Yeah.
So one of the reasons why a lot of Black people were really annoyed by that film is that, unlike the other princesses, she was a frog she was a frog for most of the film, so we didn't actually see her as a black princess, if you know what I mean. She was a frog.
And she was waiting, look, she was waiting tables, because you know I had like 15 copies of the DVD because it was the year Tiana was born. So everyone's like, oh my God, look, we bought your black daughter. The princess of the... And I was like, great. What? It is, they're living, like, don't get me wrong, but she's waiting tables. She married like can
you pull up Tolu, Rachel Akinsanya, can you pull up her comment, please?
Where is it? What does she say?
Tolu, yeah. It's right at the bottom. Yeah, it says Tolu. So she just says exactly that. Just want to pull that one up, please. Hi, Tolu. That's my flatmate.
I'm like, Abby, why are you making me pull up one way? I mean, no offense, Tolu, but like, it's not exactly like it's not a mic drop moment. So I'm thinking.
She can probably hear me from the other room. Hi, Tolu. What are you up to, man? Get off.
Hold on. Is Tolu the reason why your bandwidth is not working today?
Yeah, can you tell her about herself? Please?
Yeah, I'll tell Tolu. It's too much. It's too much. Well, let me play tune. You know, this is one tune.
When Shireen's eyes go wide, you know it's a tune.
Oh, yeah, shake body.
Hey!
Oh, yeah, move body. Make you ring the alarm. Oh, yeah, shake body.
Yeah, somebody, look, me and bass. It's a tune, and it's a tune.
Big tune. Yes. I love that. Angela's burning up some calories.
It's one tune.
Uh-oh.
Isn't it? I'm young and I'm rich and I'm handsome.
James, behave yourself.
Oh, hold on, no, but Angela's killing me today. Angela, you're not really feeling it today. She's on point.
Angela is on fire. Angela is on fire. I can't cope.
I can't cope either. I can't cope.
Too much.
I actually had another segue, and I've forgotten now what I was going to say because I'm so distracted by that tune. I forgot what I was going to say now.
I can't even help.
Now. Anyway.
Oh yeah, shake body.
Yeah.
No, I can't help you. I'm young and I'm rich and I'm handsome. It's a tune. Sorry, let's go one more time.
Oh, yeah, shake body. Oh, yeah, move body. Make you ring the alarm. Oh, yeah, shake body. I'm the designer winner. I think for the girls on the winner. I'm the man of the year now. I'm a music and glory. Now. All the way from
I don't know what's going on with my rewind selector.
Do you know what?
What I wanted to say. I know I had to. What I wanted to say, actually, I remember what I wanted to say now. I remembered. Is just as we were talking about, Spider-Man can be anything. Now imagine I know we've got what I call like the niche industry. So, you know, Bollywood, Nollywood, you know, you've got all of this stuff. But the thing about Black Panther, hold on.
Don't stop because
Abby, can you shoot me and let me take 5 seconds to drop the door?
I missed that. What did you say? Oh.
I said, as we're talking about Nollywood. Oh, she's gone.
No, she's still there. She's there.
Where's that?
She's there.
Oh no! So what I said?
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Not.
What I said was while we were. No,
you're sloppy today. Sloppy.
You're very sloppy. Sloppy.
No, listen.
What I was saying is because you know what? How many people? Please let me know who love a good Nollywood film. Could we just? I'm just going to do a side point.
Me.
And you know, no. I mean, you don't love Nollywood.
Are you kidding?
No.
Some of them storylines. Do you know how stressed Nollywood films leave me? They leave me so stressed out. They leave me.
Only in a Nollywood film, right?
Only in a Nollywood film.
Someone be shot at close blank range, and the sounds come from the next room, and the guy takes 10 seconds to drop to the floor.
Only in a Nollywood film can someone shoot someone at close range and the bullet doesn't hit them.
And it's the music that gets me. It is the music. You know something's happening because they changed the music before the action happens, so they already give the game away. It's too much. It's too much.
Oh my God! No, Nollywood films are not there to respect anybody.
Don't cuss Nollywood too hard because there's still representation. It's pure black people unite.
I'm not cussing. No, that's the point. The point that I'm making, in all seriousness, when I was using all these genres, is that's the whole bit about we have to change our mentality about because that's about mainstream.
Yeah.
What mainstream? That's the point. So imagine if you're in all these other places of the world, not just black, but all these other places of the world.
Anthony's comment.
Oh, Anthony, what are you saying? All right. Okay, we're going to spend our little 2 minutes with this only right because you got to finish it. Let's do this because this is too entertaining. No, we're going to do only in a Nollywood film, right? Come on, let's finish this off because this is too much. This is hilarious.
Only in a Nollywood film would you sleep with a white man and give birth to someone who is 20. Someone who is. I've seen it all in Nollywood films. There was one particular one.
Okay, only in. I'm trying to think now.
Why you guys? You're only in a Nollywood. I'm going to say something serious for 2 seconds.
Okay, go on then.
I'm going to say Black Panther shouldn't be the end, or Chadwick Boseman's death shouldn't be the end of an era, but it actually should be the start of a new chapter.
I don't think it will be.
No, but you said there might not be a second Black Panther.
No. Not that there's going to be a second Black Panther. There's absolutely, it's going to happen. That has to be the narrative. I said it. We might not see that outturn the way we did like that again.
But maybe we will, because I think what his death has absolutely highlighted is that there is a need. There is a need for people like him. There is a need for this kind of film. It makes whether some of us have seen it or not. There's still a need for it, and I think.
But it's going to be different. I do think it's going to be different. I think, there's going to be a turnout. Absolutely. I even think Black Panther 2 might even break the box office bigger than the first one because people will show up anyway out of paying homage or paying respect. I just think it'll be a different type of turnout to what we witnessed had never happened again. And I don't think.
Oh, yeah, it's different.
I just don't think it's going to be the same. I really don't. I absolutely do think they're going to make. It's not going to be the end of black films or black films on that scale. I think they will always, Ryan Coogler and Barry Jenkins, all of those people Lee Daniels. They will make those kind of films, and they will have a turnout. I just don't think it will be
on that scale. That was like a ceremony.
Exactly, Shireen.
Well, Abby, let me just show you back to Only in a Nollywood Film. Look at James's. I was trying to show you, but you were so serious. Look.
James, you didn't have to take it there. You didn't have to take it there.
Wait. And also, only in a Nollywood film can the protagonist die and people bury him, and then he turn up for breakfast the next day as a ghost, but who's really there.
Wait,
and is that Angela's one?
Oh my gosh.
It's true.
It's so true. It's so true. It's out of the
I have one. Only in a Nollywood film is a woman taking off her wig as normal as her eating breakfast. In all Hollywood films, black women keep their wigs.
You know what though? I think that's a positive.
I think that's positive.
It's still different. Like, don't forget, we were talking about How to Get Away with Murder. When Viola Davis took off her wig, it was like, whoa. In Nollywood, it's like, yeah, just see you guys. I'm done.
That's what Nollywood makes everything possible. That's why I love it. Everything is possible. Everything is possible.
I mean, it is the third most lucrative studio after. So you've got Hollywood, Bollywood, and then it is literally Nollywood.
But Nollywood produces the most films in any country. So they produce.
I mean, only in Nollywood could we have Corona was out. So we all found out about Corona. Let's say March the 1st. By March the 4th. Nollywood had made a film called Corona. We had so many.
Abby, there was 7 episodes of the Coronavirus Chronicles. 3 days after the world found out we had coronavirus, we were there with the box set ready.
Anthony, bring up Anthony, please. Bring up Anthony.
Oh my God, Anthony, why are you killing me?
Why is too much?
Or even one step than that, Anthony. The son and the father are brothers.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Flipping heck, man. Nollywood's just here to just mess up with people's brains. I'm telling you.
But at least it shows us on the screen in our imperfect glory.
I love it. I love. But to be fair,
you know what? It's tongue in cheek, and it's not supposed to be taken seriously. Do you know what I mean? It was like, do you remember Sunset Beach? Yes.
Yes. Oh my God! You know, with like Annie and
Cole, Gregory.
Yes.
I used to say with Sunset Beach, I used to be like, a gun would go off, a bullet would leave the gun. I'd go on holiday for 3 weeks. I'd get back from holiday, and the bullet still hasn't hit the person that it was.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And do you remember when Annie gave birth to a baby, but we didn't know she was pregnant?
And she had some washboard stomach, boy. She had
right.
And she had a baby.
Listen, you guys, focus. Angela's killing us today.
Listen. Oh wait, sorry. Wait. I love Sunset. Who didn't love Sunset Beach? I was gutted when they took it off air. And then the ending, basically, it was all a dream.
I know, it was all a dream.
And they were all in the barn. They all ended up in the barn. And I was like, what is that?
I love Sunset Beach.
So dry biscuit. Right, well, listen, we're actually going to be less than an hour. I've got one bad tune, which is probably going to take 10 minutes because I'm probably going to do it today.
Can you just bring up Angela Walters' point again about Black Panther?
Okay, no, hold on.
It really does.
It really does. But don't pretend like you didn't watch it. Do you know what I mean? Don't pretend. Right, hold on. Black Panther, where's Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. I think it's done that even outside of the Black community. So I think it's done that for other communities who don't see themselves in big Hollywood. Like clearly, we haven't seen anything like it from another you know, taking another community and doing something like that, which shows you we've still got a lot of work to do. But fundamentally, it's about the mainstream doesn't have to just be white.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Also, when you are talking about when you are making it more representative or even overrepresented just for the purpose of telling the story, it also doesn't have to be about pain either. We can have, like, I'm into science fiction and fantasy. That's what I like. You know, if it ain't get blown up, if it's not a starship but coming with the aliens, I'm not interested. Like, you can't get me to sit through anything too serious. I need, like, everything.
All of that stuff, like.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be always our pain, and we're always, you know.
Yeah. But that's what they used to. If we're not playing slaves, or if we're not being subservient, or if we're not doing, you know, then it's just like what nobody really wants to know. And that's what Black Panther showed. It's like this is different, and also, and it was different to some, like Django Unchained. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
I know. That film was problematic for so many reasons. But when you're looking at that, or you're looking at Pulp Fiction, and you're looking at, you know, those representations, all those kind of films or things like that. This Black Panther changed the game. And if you haven't seen Chadwick Boseman in Marshall playing Thurgood Marshall, go and watch him. If you haven't seen him play Jackie Robinson in 42, go and watch his films, because he obviously was picking. He's been very selective about the characters he plays for a reason. Now we know that he knew that. For real. You know what I mean? It's those. All those roles that he played, they combated racism in one way or another, or you know what I mean. And he was phenomenal. He was an absolute phenomenal superhero. He was.
I think
sorry, I just want to show. Sorry, somebody, James. Yes, that is it. It's about well-rounded characters, and I think that is the reason why representation is important, because it counteracts some of the stereotypes that reinforces our position in society. So if that's not seen anywhere else, it's a bit like, you know, art does imitate life. Like that is it, isn't it? It does imitate life to us. It has that level of influence. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I think as well, it's that thing of we've always, as Black people, we've always been put into reality. Actually, we've always been in real situations, but this was a point where Black people were part of an imagination. We were in a world of fiction. We were characters of fiction. As Abby said, we're not in subservient role. It's not a real life scenario. A real life scenario in that sense, just as much as Spider-Man isn't a real life scenario.
Exactly.
It's letting the imagination run, and that the people who do it, the protagonists, are also Black. And I think that's a beautiful thing, as opposed to it always being real people on the street that you might not meet a servant or whatever, but you know.
I'm just smiling because, like, I remember when Friday came out. Does anyone remember the first time you watched Friday?
Yeah.
Mary Jane.
What makes you?
And the opening scene with the girl saying, you know, because she had her hair freshly relaxed and she's sleeping, and I was like, oh my God, somebody else does that. Like, okay, it's not the greatest in terms of the depiction of Black people, but
but it does represent, it mirrors what we do. Do you know what I mean?
There was some things that I was like, I thought it was just in like art, you know,
Exactly. That's the thing. It's that aha moment of going, I thought it was just me that does this.
Yeah, when she was like this, like you thinking, and I remember a friend of mine saying, I don't understand, why doesn't she sleep on a pillow? Is she too poor to sleep on the pillow? And I was like, no, her hair is freshly done. She's spent a lot of money getting the relaxer, and you can't mess up. Somebody said, oh my God, Friday, that is a film though. That is a film.
You don't forget seeing people who look like you or who are like you. And it's that thing of, I think it will also open not just the doors in film, but just in general, the fact that we aren't on as many covers on magazines, all this stuff where people say Black people aren't interested, we're not wanted. It's seeing, actually, we are wanted, we are interesting, and we can do it all. Back to James's point about we can be well-rounded characters. We don't have to be in one particular box.
But also, if you've got other screenwriters, script writers, creators who want to tell stories that have different individuals from different backgrounds, it shows that actually there's an avenue for that sort of whatever it is, rather than assuming because you don't see it, you think there's no point even trying, which is the whole point of representation, is it not?
But to James's point right now is super interesting. He said it's been in the comics since the 60s, but only now, 40 what years later, have they decided to put it on the screen. So we weren't even deemed as viable for until very. So when people say racism, you guys are going on about it. It's just in the past. Why don't you get a grip? Well, look how long it's taken when the narrative's already been there for this to come to light to the wider world.
Yeah, I know. Well, on those last notes, before I start playing and joking us out with some tunes, other than to say, if anybody really has not seen Black Panther by now, like, please just like get your life together.
No, why don't you just say Leanne? Why don't you just add
your life together?
Leanne, sort your life out, babes. All of this bougie holidays, but you haven't watched Black Panther. Why don't you say Black Panther on your bougie holiday? Huh?
Sorry, my signal's not good. That's why. Sorry, guys.
Lying.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's too much. Right, Abby, close this out before I start playing tunes. Oh, one tune.
Oh,
Abby's like, I don't know what to say.
I don't know. You put me on the spot. I'm dancing.
Sing something from the Candace.
I want to say that I thank you to Chadwick. Thank you for being an amazing superhero. Thank you for making it possible for so many people to have looked at you, and not just you, but Okoye, Nakia, the whole of the Black Panther cast, and seeing that, you know, you've elevated us in a way that we didn't think was possible, and actually Hollywood didn't think was possible, and you shamed Hollywood into bowing down to our greatness, and that, you know, your legacy will live on through future generations. And I'm just really personally, I'm incredibly, I feel very fortunate to have witnessed his greatness, you know. So yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, no, that's 100% how I feel. And you will just watch it with a different, like anything, when anyone passes who's famous, you always watch things with a different lens, but that will have just like a special meaning for all of us. So on that note,
All of us.
Shireen.
You think I couldn't not play this tune? Like, the bass is going to kill everybody. So.
Yes, Shireen.
So why is my
See, I like Beyonce, but she made me ginger. I like Nicki, I am Singer. I like Rihanna, she made me DJ Gaga. I like Kamotola, those people like her. I like Jenny, it's gonna go, you gotta break me through. I wanna have them all. I know it's gonna be something that's not gonna leave her. You gotta see me too. I think I know it too. You wanna let me out. I can call you out. You like to do.
Oh, my internet.
I know it. You like the jazzy. You like it too, Baba. And you like my little and I know you're so. I want you to know. I just baby you. You wanna have them all. You know it's what we truth is that you believe it. Oliver trees, Oliver, Oliver trees, Oliver trees,
I put my eyes
You must need the bum bum, shake the bum bum, bum bum. You must need the bum bum, shake the bum bum, bum bum. You must need the bum bum, you must need the bum
I adore that tune. I just
You
love
went
it so
in,
much.
you took us all the way back to Lagos and Abuja and Accra and you know what I was thinking? Wait, Cairo's in it. That's in Africa as well. You took us back to Freetown, you took us back to Cape Town, you took us back to Joburg, flipping. You took us back to Kampala, you took us back to all these places. That's what we like to hear. Africa unite.
Stop it. That's what I did. That's what I did.
You're so out of order.
Right, well, before all of our internet connections.
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you.
I'm just like, I don't know what you're saying, what Leanne's saying, because you're both frozen, and I'm just like, I think someone's talking to me, so. Oh, gosh. The internet's been very naughty today.
We're going to close it out. Thank you all so much. Oh, look, just that. Look. Thank you, Aisha.
Yes, DJ Daniel.
Thank you. Right, yeah, we're going to go. 15:02. We've done. Thank you.
Now my internet is stable. Now it's come to the end. It's stable.